Hi, everyone. So, this week in my life is Sludge Week. And Alicia, she came up with the name Sludge because I guess that's how she felt when she was, because she's had to get off of like quite a few antidepressants over the years, because they weren't working or they had like really bad side effects. And so, like, she's so sensitive to meds. She like experienced withdrawal for almost all of those. Um, And so my brain this week is like so slow. It's taking so much longer to process, to find my words. Um, my body feels slow. I mean, sure, it could be because I'm still feeding it pretty much bacon and frozen French toast sticks, um, and chocolate, coffee. Not much else except for like supplements. So I probably could do, oh, protein tea. There's this collagen stuff. Uh, I guess it's like protein that's supposed to be good for your body, and the only way I can like take that into my body is like if I put it in tea. So I just pour some at the bottom of a glass and then pour the hot water over it with like the tea so it masks the taste. Cause on the front of that bottle it says flavorless, dissolvable and flavorless. I don't know about you, but to me, it's like, who the fuck is trying these products where they say that it's tasteless? Like, do you have COVID nose or COVID throat or something? Like, you can't smell or taste like the thing that you're saying has no smell, has no taste. So of course I can taste it, except in tea, because I tried it. What did I try it? Oh, I tried just like shaking it in like water. It's definitely not good that way, like in a water bottle. But anyways, and the tea that I drink, to me, it's so flavorful that I can't even tell I'm drinking that other shit. So I know it's not like probably the best way to like get protein inside me, but it's the only way I'm doing it right now. Alicia, she was like, why don't you put it in your ramen broth? Why don't you put it in your coffee? And she said this like more than once, like at least three times. And I'm like, would you stop, please? Please don't suggest that because it changes it. So like I love this. I'm still eating that gold. Sorry about the tangents. I feel like it all goes somewhere in my brain. That makes sense. So good luck keeping up. Um but like I'm still eating that gold ramen, the soy sauce flavor, and I still am obsessed with my Nespresso coffee, and I'm not about to pour something into either of those. Hope that it dissolves, hope that I don't see it in there, swirling around in like the liquid, and that I don't taste it because like it's just going to be one wrong sip or something and I will never want to eat or drink that thing again because it ruined the experiences I've been having with both of those things. Does that make sense? Like, not that this is a good example, but that's why I spent like $1,000 on that ramen from the restaurant like a couple years ago because they made it just so. And it was all to my liking, and I kept ordering it and ordering it and ordering it, which I would recommend not doing because you'll go broke. Um, and kick yourself for paying on a loan that should have been for something else. But anyways, so and then it took just like must have just been like a new chef, or maybe the chef had a bad day or something happened, and I got that ramen delivered and it just wasn't the same as all of the other times, and that ruined that meal for me, which it's it's a good thing it did because can you imagine how much more money I probably would have spent on fucking ramen? Good luck listening to those episodes if you care to. They're in the backlog somewhere. But yeah, so I'm not doing that. It's just going in the tea. Oh my god. I spent all that on that. Um so yeah, so I'm just having to deal with this. I don't like how this feels. This part of it to me, like I would almost rather be nauseous because I don't like the feeling of not having the like energy I'm used to. Like I'm an on the go person, even though I sit a lot. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Um, I feel like I get a lot done. I can do all of the things like most days, and it still is so hard to like get me tired at the end of the day. So where is that? Like that is missing. It has not been in the building this week. And it's weird seeing my wife Alicia like have the energy because she's been doing another round of TMS for her brain. So I think this is like the third or fourth round over the years. And whenever she does these, there's just a noticeable difference in like her energy levels. They increase, she can do more, and it's like never the other way around where like I don't have the energy and she does. So I don't know that I like how that feels. Um I don't know why. So that's that. And I guess we're not friends with Janice or Nadine anymore. I mean, shit, it's been like weeks now. Over 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, it's been like at least over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and like nothing from them. Um, we were taking the trash cans down for garbage night for because it was like garbage night the other night, and I had Alicia. I usually do it by myself, but like I have like no physical energy. Like I am weak. I probably really need to like add some stuff to my diet. But I'm just going to go ahead and chalk this up to something that has to do with med withdrawal. I'm sure it has to do with that somehow. Can't possibly be my shitty bacon diet, right? But anyways, um, we were bringing. So I had Alicia bring like the trash part one, and I brought the recycle one down because the recycle one was a lot. Oh my god, the recycle one was a lot lighter than the trash can one, so I needed her strength because she was raised on a farm. She's got arm muscles for days. She can lift anything. And so as we were bringing the cans down the steps, we heard off to our right Janice bringing her, she was rolling her trash can down to the front. Or so we think it was her. It could have been Nadine. Not that Nadine lives there, but her car might have been there. And neither of us looked over. We didn't hear nothing from whoever that was. It was probably Janice. Nothing. And that was awkward because, usually she's like, "Hey, girlfriend." Like that's how she always like addresses us whenever she sees us. And so, yeah, could I have just looked over and waved myself or said something? Of course. But if you listen to those episodes about that not so great time I had at her house, I don't really feel so inclined to do that. No, thank you. Um, because in my brain, like legit in my brain, that still counts as like reaching out first. And I'm just not doing that. And I feel good about it, but also I don't really care for the awkward moments. So I don't know. I guess they're okay with the way that things are, and we'll never talk to them again. Just kidding. Um, I mean, because technically, like, Alicia has to go over there for a day or two next month to, like, watch the dogs. So who knows if that's still happening. Not to mention, I still have that coffee cup that, remember when I was saying that, like, I just kind of ran out of the house and I was, like, in tears? I made sure to take the coffee with me because who wants to waste an espresso? Not me. So I told Alicia, I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to get this coffee cup back. I doubt, like, they miss it. But I'm sure they want, like, I say they because Nadine is like always over there as if she lives there, but I'm sure like they would want the coffee cup back. So I thought about mailing it, then was like, no, that's a weird thing to do when they're your neighbor. Even though Janice used to mail us holiday cards. I mean, we live next door, but whatever. I thought about putting it in something and like rolling it across the yard because I don't want any of the cameras to pick me up. But then that might be weird too. Like, I'm about to be one, two, three, 43 in like a couple months, and this is less than a couple months. And this is how I still think, people. Okay, but anyways, so there's that update. So last weekend, um, speaking of like getting off of these meds, I'm down to like a fraction of fucking Wellbutrin, like 35 milligrams, I think. And so this had to have been over a year ago, at the very least, like several months ago. Um, in my room, and I'm sorry for all the details, but it's just what I do. We do, a lot of us. How much time has this been? Okay, 10 minutes. So let's just say several months ago, I was getting my meds because, I got that med thing where you get your morning meds and your night meds. And I keep it back here in my room because I can't be bothered to like go somewhere else to take my meds, even though leashes is out on the counter, which, anyways, that doesn't really matter. But I'm that lazy. So they're back here with me, and I keep them in like a little drawer thing so the cats can't get to them. And I remember several months ago, I was taking my morning meds, and a Wellbutrin pill fell out onto the rug somewhere. And that was back when I was taking, yeah, that was a long time ago. That had to have been several months ago because that's when I was taking the full 3 pills of Wellbutrin a day, which is like the max amount, I think, 450 milligrams. One of them fell on the rug. I looked everywhere, like it was in an area where I have like my gaming system, I have my like a set of drawers. It's just like it's in an area where it could have gone behind anything in that area. And I remember looking, couldn't find it, so I had to go out to the bottle and just get a new pill to replace the one I lost. So I don't know how I found it. I don't like know how it got to be there, but I just happened to look down and there the fuck it was. So maybe one of the cats was playing in the back or I don't know. I don't know how it got there. So I did something I never thought I would do, and it happened without me thinking about it. I reached down, I just pretty much snatched that up and gobbled it. I gobbled that fucking Wellbutrin because that was what, 150 milligrams in addition to like the 35 milligrams that from the little morsel of Wellbutrin that I take daily now. And that shit just went straight into my mouth. Like I gave it no thought. I was like, wow, this is not good. And now I understand like relapsing like way, but like I've never been into drugs or anything. Like I used to be a counselor, like an addictions counselor for chemical dependency. And I understood so much about it. I like the talking. I loved talking with people. What am I even talking about? I guess, like, I've never had that experience of like, you're jonesing for something like heroin or crack or the multitude of other drugs that, or alcohol. Like, I don't understand. I've never had that experience. So, like, and that's um, like you wish you could why am I talking about that? Basically, like I guess I've just now I understand why my prior clients used to like they would talk about that like they just saw something like in a jeans pocket or like wedged in between two couch cushions and it was like drugs or something and they were like I didn't even think about it, it just went into my mouth or up my nose or whatever. And so I always found that fascinating and I'm like, how is there no thought in between? Um and now I know. You see it, you know you have to have it and you just fucking gobble it. And like, I don't know. Maybe that's not the best like comparison, but I was so shocked that I did that. And then after I did that, I just stood in the middle of my room like, what? But no, I am not trying to go back on these meds. I just saw an opportunity and I took it. And it made last weekend go great because that was Saturday. Yeah, that was Saturday that I did that. And I was like, it couldn't be more perfect timing to get more Wellbutrin in my body because we went to a couple of stores. Um, One of them was IKEA. We have a fucking mall here, and we have not been to that mall probably since we moved here 13 something years ago. Because over the years, the mall's just not like there's shootings there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just no desire to go to a mall. Let me just turn this off. Sorry. My phone. No desire to like go to a mall or anything over these years. And so we forgot that IKEA had moved into the mall. Oh my God, that was so long ago. And we forgot about it. It has to have been, it's got to have been in there for like at least a year, I think. And so we decided that we were going to go to IKEA because I have been sleeping on, I just, I've been having pillow problems. I am a stomach sleeper. I need a flat pillow. It's as if they don't get sold. I can't find flat pillows. I try to look for like different brands. They don't last that long. It's been fucking up my neck and my back. Like I have bad posture. I have like just shit building on my like back. Like Alicia has to give me back massages like more often than I care to. Like I don't want any ever, but it's so painful. Like my neck, I'm just not comfortable when I sleep, which is probably affecting like my fucking mood and everything. And so I've just given up that like I'm never gonna find a pillow again that like because I used to use there was a couple of different brands I used to stick with, but then they went out of business or they stopped making that pillow. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I had to go on the hunt for new pillows. And you guys know it fucking sucks when like your thing that you use that you probably don't even think twice about because that's how long you've been using it suddenly isn't available anymore. And now you have to fucking look for options. And I don't like doing that when I liked the thing that I had before because it just makes the research process more anxiety producing. It's like, how in the world am I going to find something that's not like that's as good as the thing I had? Hopefully a little bit better, but like as good. You know what I mean? So randomly, like Alicia was thinking about my pillow issue. It was just so random. And she was like looking some stuff up on her phone. This fucking bitch found the pillow that I have been needing my entire life is located at IKEA. It's like a down pillow with like little goose feathers in there. And it's for stomach sleepers. Um, I'm like, you just randomly just like and it didn't even take her that long to like find it. I'm like, what the fuck is up with my researching? Because I'm either so good at it. I don't know. I really think I'm just good at researching all the time. But obviously not if I can't find a fucking pillow that like can make my sleep better. And it has been months, months and months and months since I've had a good pillow. So anyways, she found it. And so we went to IKEA and we were like, "Oh great, we have to go to the mall." And once you got inside IKEA though, it's like you forgot that you were in a mall. Like our mall's pretty big, like really big. And so I had like, not too high expectations for like IKEA. I thought maybe there will be an example of one or two rooms of the house because I heard it wasn't like so big. And it's not. It's not nearly as big as like the regular IKEA stores, but it was big enough. I was like, "Oh my God." Because I love IKEA. I love IKEA. Like, I prefer to go into an IKEA to shop versus ordering anything online. Like, that's how much I love IKEA. So I can't believe that we just forgot that this thing was in the mall and the mall is only like 10 minutes away. Like, what the fuck? So we forgot we were in a mall because we were enjoying ourselves in IKEA. Got my pillow. And this entire week, at the very least, my sleep has improved and my posture and my back is like doing better. Um, so leave it to my wife to do like maybe 10 minutes of research to find like the pillow that I've been needing. It's the best fucking pillow. I forgot the name because it's a Swedish name, I think. So I don't remember what the brand name was, which I feel kind of bad about, but I at least know like anyways, where it is. So they better not fucking stop making that pillow ever. I got to buy a couple to stock up. But anyways, so, like, you know how long it can take to get around IKEA, like a regular sized IKEA? Thank goodness. I really think that like Wellbutrin I gobbled just gave me that extra Energizer bunny energy that I needed to get me through that store. It was so fun. Um, but then like we like go to leave IKEA and I fucking forgot that we were not going out to the parking lot. We were still in the mall and it was so far away to get out and into the parking lot. And so we took a break in seats, just sitting down for a little bit, and we were both like, God, we are too old for this shit. And I was just like laughing because like inside IKEA, there's this dude that was probably around our age, and he was like, it was probably his husband, or I don't know, whoever he was with. They had like a stroller and they seemed like they were like together. He's like, I'm too old for this. He's like, my feet hurt, my back hurts, I can't make it much longer. And I laughed because I thought to myself, yeah, that's not going to be me too long from now. And it wasn't. But hallelujah for IKEA being so close. And also, that's dangerous. Um, so we went there, and then we went to a couple other places because we needed to get some things, and Alicia tricked me. Now, uh, there's this store that I didn't know existed called Ulta, and it's for like you guys who wear makeup probably know about it. Um, so this bitch, like, I think we were walking from PetSmart or something, and it was like in a strip of like, it was like an area where there was a bunch of stores. So we were just walking down the line after PetSmart. I thought we were going somewhere else, but like, Alicia waits till we're like 10 feet away from Ulta to tell me, um, oh no, we had gotten out of the car. That's right. We had just gotten in the car and drove a little bit down the way and then got out. And, I don't know where I thought we were going, but it wasn't there, and I didn't know what that was. And she's like, "So look, we're about to go into this store that like I went into like months ago, and it's a store that's gonna make you feel probably uncomfortable, but my perfume is sold here, um, and I want to get it." And I'm gonna make you come in with me because, like, we both were just in our normal, like, what we usually just wear shorts and t-shirts. Like, that's what we wear. You know? To us, that's normal clothing. But when you go into a store like Ulta, it is not normal. It's like Sephora back in the day. And she did this shit on purpose because she knew if she told me in the car what store she was about to bring me to, I wouldn't have gotten out of that car. You couldn't have pried me out of there. Nothing would have taken me out of that car to go into that store dressed in shorts and a t-shirt. I was like, they judge you in there. They judge. Because we don't look like the typical person that buys this shit. No offense to any of you who do. Um, Even though I think that like makeup is like for clowns, but I'm so sorry. I just think makeup is weird. Foundation, I understand. It covers up blemishes and stuff. But like lipstick and eyeshadow, I've never understood it. It's just like I don't want to look like a clown. And no, I don't think that like people who wear makeup look like clowns. I don't. There's very pretty, beautiful people, whatever. It's fine, but to me it's makeup is just weird to me. Weird. So I was livid. And then she brings us in there, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God. We're two middle aged old biddies looking for fucking like perfume. And then you got these two kids that probably aren't even 20 that are like acting like they're not watching us, but I know that they were. So make sure the old biddies don't steal the makeup or the perfume. So I was like, I felt a little like about that. I was like, I get it, but also like you guys are just kids. No offense. I really hope there's no like younger adults listening to me. But Ulta is not a store for people like me and Alicia. But she only has the one perfume that she's ever worn her entire life, like her entire adult life, just this Clinique Happy. It's just her favorite. And I used to laugh at her. I was like, you got depression and you have a perfume that says happy. Like, we used to joke about it, but like, why couldn't she have just got it online? And then, so like, it just wasn't fun. Okay. I don't have to say anything more about it. I don't like going to stores like that because they're not for me. I'm not dressed appropriately. And I know I'm immediately going to be judged as soon as I go in there. That's why, like, when I was in my 20s, I used to frequent Hot Topic and Spencer's because I looked like I belonged in stores like that. And it felt refreshing not to be followed or anything like that. But, like, dude, you took us to Ulta? What the fuck? You could have ordered your perfume online or fucking probably Walmart had it. I don't know. But, anyways, so that was very awkward. Did not like that experience whatsoever. And then today, for the first time since like it's gotten a bit nicer outside, we went and did some yard work and I got a fire going to keep me motivated. Um, I mowed the backyard, but yesterday Alicia mowed all around the front and the rest of the house. So, if you've listened to past episodes, I've talked a lot about pots and stuff and how like I just get really nauseous every summer when I'm mowing, and it's like annoying because I feel like I have to plan my day around like 15 minutes of mowing the lawn. And that's really the only thing I can do outside the house or anything like that that day because POTS and menopause and like my nausea and just getting overheated too quickly. So it's been like, I want to say it's been like a good at least 2 years, maybe three, that like this has been really an issue for me over the summer. And I had an idea a few days ago. I was like, why don't I just ask Alicia to just do the mowing? Now we don't have enough grass for a rider, in case anybody was wondering. Like that would be a waste of money. And we definitely need a push mower or the self-propelled one, but we don't have like the money for that right now, and it just is what it is. And I wish I had thought about that in the past, actually, but I didn't. Just thought about regular mowers. So I told Alicia, and she has seen time and time again my experience with fucking mowing. And it's not like she's offered before, but like it's usually mowing has been something I've always done. So like I think I've just realized I can't do it until we get like one that can push itself or that doesn't take much exertion for me to like push or pull it, you know what I mean? So I asked her if she could just take on the mowing. And I could tell she didn't want to do the mowing because who wants to do that? Does anybody actually like mowing? I used to, but anyways, not anymore. Um, But she did it. She went out and she mowed. And we were at Lowe's and she was looking at like, we could just put it on the cart. And I was like, yeah, but like that doesn't seem like something we actually need right now because we have a mower that works. I guess it's just a matter of how badly do you not want to mow? She's like, I can mow. It's okay. So, you know what I mean? So like that was hard for me to do. I felt like I was being lazy, like, even though I know I wasn't. It's like rational mind and irrational mind are always at work, just always. And so, I was able to mow the backyard because that's where we don't really have a whole lot of grass back there. So I was able to do that. There's no hills or anything like that. Um, and she did the harder part of the mowing. And so I guess I am glad that I asked. I appreciate that she's willing to do it. And I think that's just going to free up my summer so I don't have to be burdened down by like, when am I going to throw up? Like, because I was taking nausea pills last year. I swear, toward the end of summer, I was taking my nausea pill. I always take one out, or I always take one before I go out and mow, and they would always help. And then it was like the last like month or two of me trying to go out and mow and I had taken the pill, it it just wasn't helping as much as it did before. And that isn't even with me taking those pills daily because you're not really supposed to take them like regularly like that. But anyways, so that's a good news that I thought I would pass along. And thank you very much for listening to this, a bit of an extended episode, almost half an hour. Um I'm surprised I made it this far because when I started this, I really thought I was only going to be able to talk for like maybe 10 minutes because contrary to how I sound in this episode, it has been hard to talk. So I guess I'll just go back to that now. Thank you for listening. I hope this was relatable. Um, okay, goodbye. What the fuck?